Whoa, look at that.
Look at what?
I don't know, just look at me.
Oh, okay. You look like you.
I don't see much different. No hat today. Hair still a mess. That's always the way. Most of the time.
You got your nose in the middle of your face. What do you think? I don't know. My hair's messy. Oh, well, mine's never one out of place.
I know. I don't have any, so I don't worry about it.
Good morning.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. I like to watch stuff about farming and homesteading and that kind of stuff. And there's a couple of them on YouTube, so I watch them. And I get such a kick out of what I call, and but I get a kick out of the sofa farmers. Now, I'm kind of a sofa farmer these days, but I'm talking about people who've never done a farm. Really don't know anything about it, but they want to tell you how to do it. It's kind of like somebody who's never raised a kid, but yet they think they can run the show. They can tell you everything they know about raising a kid. And that, to me, are the people who wrote the books on how to do it. Right? Have you ever read one of those books? Me neither. But I hear about it. When I was raising my kids, it was like everything I did was not according to Dr. Spock. I never read Dr. Spock. I don't even know what he had to say about much of anything. I raised my kids according to my conscience. And I did things wrong. But I did things right too. Is this going somewhere? Yeah. Anyway, this one farmer, their kid just had twin kids. They're goats. I love that joke. And they themselves have three kids, I think. But they're learning skills. They're helping around the farm, and they're learning skills. And that's what we did growing up. But there's always that time when you look back and you know you rebelled about doing anything. I didn't want to feed the hogs because it made my hair smell and I had a date. I didn't want to do the dishes because it wasn't my turn. I hate sewing, Ma. I really hate sewing. Nope, you're in 4-H, you gotta do it. Dad, do I really have to go in the farrowing barn and feed those hogs? It's your turn, go do it. Actually, my parents were like, I mean, they were, but they didn't sound like that. Anyway, I love kids, and now I've got grandkids, and I can enjoy them. I don't mean you don't worry about them. And oh boy. You know what? Thought once my kids got through their teenage years, got out on their own, I knew I'd still worry about them, but now it's time for them to raise their kids, right? Right. Probably better from about 1,000 miles away. No, my sister would disagree. She would totally disagree. But she gets to go on trips. We're her son, his wife, and her 2 grandkids live in Washington State. And we're right here in the breadbasket. Which means it's a flight. They have to fly out there. My sister and her husband also live out in Washington State. So it's not easy on her. It really isn't. And our kids live all around us here within an hour's drive. The longest one is within an hour's drive. I'm glad. No. Anyway. But those babies that I used to babysit before I got, so before this got to the point where it was hard to babysit the little ones. Anyway, they're all growing up. What do I do about that? I just have to let them. They're getting their own minds. So did mine. It's a wonderful thing to watch them develop and get their own lives, their own minds. But you just want to tell them how to live, kind of like those books. Oops. But you see, I've never been a grandma to a teenager before, so I'm learning. Complain. Well, I know what kind of teenager I was. Oh, do tell. I was a goody two shoes until I wasn't. What's that mean? Well, my mom didn't know a dang thing until I was probably, after I'd left home. Then she did know. And the older I've gotten, I've figured the more I've become like my mom, my mother. In many ways. I worry about if my kids are dressed right. Well, I don't have to worry about that now, because it's up to them to dress themselves. Anyway, but my mom wasn't a worker. Well, oh yes, she was. She was a farm wife, and you are a working farm wife, even if you don't have a job. It's called half of the self-employed. Farm wives don't get credit. I watched yesterday, I started out, I am coming back to something. Started out talking about when I watched these homesteaders, these young farmers. Now, a lot of times they are following in their parents' footsteps, but they're kind of getting their own start. And, people don't always understand what you're doing. And city people want to tell you how to raise your kids in the country. But it's not about kids. Then why are you talking about it so much? Because they're an integral part of everything when you have kids. Anyway, this lady, I was watching her yesterday. Her husband's out of town and her kids are all at school. And she's got a bossy out. Now, if you don't know what a bossy is on a farm, it's a cow. Anyway, she's got this cow out. And she's got to figure out where the break in the fence is, but first she's got to get the cow in. I had to admire this lady. Now, it wasn't a herd of cows. It was one cow that she had to get back in. Anything more than that, I don't think. I mean, cows don't follow you. Not unless they're a pet cow, and there's very few of those. And you have to raise those to follow you from calf stage. So she's trying to get this cow in. Thank goodness at least she had her dog to help her. And they are all over. I mean, she is on this cow. And zip, she's got him in. She's got mad skills. In fact, she told me to. She said she's got mad farm wife skills. Or something like that. And it's like, oh, yes, you do. Because I know what cows do when they get out. And they're stubborn. They want to go everywhere but where you want them to. And that's why usually when cowboys are out on the range or in the pasture trying to get them home, they've either got ATVs, they call them now. We used horses. Or they're on foot, something. She was on foot completely. Cows can be they're big, but they're fast. There she goes with that accent. Anyway, she got the cow in. She turned off the electric fence and went all the way around, checking the fence. She found out where there was a break in the fence. She fixed it. And she got everything back in order. The kids were still at school and her husband's still out of town. And she had her done. The moral of the story is, don't ever tell anybody they don't do things. Don't ever cross a farm wife. By telling her she don't have a job. She got a job. It just pays poor. This is the Kanbraskan coming to you from Nebraska. There she goes with that one again. And we're going to say goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Good night, ladies.
Goodbye, fellers.
Goodbye, everyone.
It's time to smile and wave. Whoa. That's a note I haven't hit for a while. That ain't me. Well, I got help. Did you get a voice coach? No, not yet. Oh, boy. Anyway, we will see you tomorrow. Hopefully I'll prepare something tonight. But I hope you enjoyed this. And remember, smile and wave. Subscribe, push the notifications button. Put on your coat if it's cold outside. And it is here. Oh, sorry. I'm off track again. Give us a like. Yeah, I want one of those. Want a bunch of those. Comment. I do talk back. And share. Share this crazy lady. And that's true. Oh, we got morning throat. Hey, don't criticize me. Okay, I'm sorry. And we'll see you tomorrow.